Hi, welcome back to Millennium Workshop. My name's Rex. If you've been watching Season 1 of Ahsoka and you fell in love with Marrok's helmet and you want to make one, you found the right video. Let's get this going.
Alright, so right off the bat what we're going to do is we're going to load our file into Cura. I got this file from the Galactic Armory. I am a part of the Patreon. If you'd like to become part of the Patreon, I will provide a link in the description, and I will also be linking the file from Galactic Armory's website into the description as well. So what I'm doing here is I'm also showing you kind of what my settings are. Now these settings are what have worked for me. If they work for you, awesome. If you have any recommendations, don't hesitate to drop a comment.
Alright, so right off the bat what we're going to do is we're going to take our 3D print. We are going to start sanding it. I like to start off with 80 grit, then 120 or 220, and then what I like to do is clean it off, let it dry, and then I'm going to go straight to Bondo, wet sand, and then we're going to clean that off, and then we're going to use our filler sandable primer. That'll be our first step.
Alright, finally finished up with all our sanding. Now it's time for our Bondo glazing and spot putty. The goal here is to get it as smooth as possible your first round, and then after that I do a nice wet sand at 600 grit. After wet sanding, now we're at the stage where we're going to be using Rust-Oleum Filler Sandable Primer. Try to put this on in smooth coats. After this primer has dried, what I do is I go in and do another wet sand at 600 grit sandpaper, and then what we're going to be doing is getting ready for our base color, which I'm going to be using a flat black primer.
Roger, roger.
once this base coat finishes drying, what we're going to do is be going in with our stone textured paint. This stuff is not the cheapest, but it definitely gives a great texture.
Alright, so the textured spray that we just did is dry. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go over it with 600 grit sandpaper. And what I'm going to do is kind of just break it down so they're not as sharp as bumps and kind of smooth them out really well. So we're just going to do some light hand sanding.
Now once you are happy with your desired texture, it'll be time to head to final paint. I'll be using a matte black finish for this helmet. I really think it really looks the best with this texture.
Alright, we're all finished with this tutorial. I just want to say thank you if you made it this far. That you will notice that in the video that this helmet has a padding and a lining inside of it. If you would like to learn how to do that, drop a comment down below. I would love to make a full tutorial video on how I pad and line my helmets. I just want to say thank you to all the subscribers out there, and we'll catch you on the next one.